going on?
After his hand is cut off while fleeing, Teabag stumbles into a remote campsite, grabs a bucket of ice to preserve his severed hand.
Hey, what do you think? Do whatever thing you gotta do, man.
And forces the camp's vet at gunpoint to perform an emergency reattachment.
Sir, I cannot do a procedure like this without an anesthetic. I have to cut away dead flesh. Nobody can undergo a procedure like this without an anesthetic.
Ain't nobody.
While Teabag is fighting to save his hand, Michael and Lincoln are leading Sucre, Abruzzi, and C-Note to flee from Warden Bellic. Bellic, furious about the breakout, chases them with prison guards and tracking dogs. The fugitives use a passing freight train to block his path and escape. Their original plan to leave by plane falls through, but Michael has a backup plan, hidden in the complex tattoos that cover his entire body. What they don't realize is that a new threat has appeared: FBI agent Mahone. A sharp profiler, Mahone immediately identifies Michael as the mastermind behind the breakout and swears to capture all of them. Meanwhile, Sarah lies in a coma after an accidental drug overdose, her life hanging in the balance until memories of Michael stir her awake. Bellic wastes time chasing false leads, while Mahone starts deciphering the clues in Michael's tattoos. Realizing every mark points to their next destination, the fugitives sneak into a cemetery, dig up the clothes and passports they hid earlier, and blend into the crowd, with Mahone right behind him, ready to outmaneuver Michael at every turn. The chase is just getting started, and every frame is tense.
I'm sorry, do you know what time it is?
Sorry.
After narrowly evading Bellic and his tactical team by splitting up near the train tracks.
Good luck to everyone. Stay out of trouble. I hope you find the girl, buddy. She's all I have. All I
Maybe we'll see each other again. Never know. Never know.
The Fox River escapees go off in different directions to avoid the nationwide manhunt. Each fugitive takes a separate path to stay off the radar, with no room for mistakes. Teabag, with his reattached hand still bandaged.
Oh, I'm leaving. You're not.
What?
You heard me.
Look, sir, I haven't seen anything and I won't tell anyone.
But no. You know, I fell for that bill of goods once before. Never again.
Sir, I swear to God, I will tell nobody.
You would, and I would die in prison.
Please, 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 please.
Now you did me a solid, so I'm gonna return the favor. This can go down humanely if you don't fight. But if you pull a stunt like that again, it's gonna get inhumane right quick. Your call.
Forces the veterinarian who fixed his hand to stay silent and keep his whereabouts a secret, showing no mercy for the innocent. Mahone takes Lincoln's son LJ into custody and uses him as bait to lure Lincoln and Michael. The brothers track LJ's transport route and sneak into the building, hiding above the elevator ceiling to ambush Mahone mid-transfer. When the elevator doors shut, Lincoln breaks through the ceiling and holds Mahone at gunpoint.
Hey, buddy. Give me his gun.
Telling LJ to grab the gun, the weapon slips during the struggle. Mahone retaliates and triggers the alarm. The brothers are forced to flee empty-handed as LJ is taken back into custody, and officers flood the building.
You guys go! Cover that way! Schofield and Burroughs are in the building!
This is no longer just a prison break, it's a high-stakes manhunt, and every choice brings the fugitives closer to capture or death. 12 hours earlier, Michael and his brother Lincoln are in a life-or-death situation. Lincoln is shot and bleeding heavily after their escape from Fox River Prison.
We gotta move. I can't.
With no medical help available.
I need your help.
Michael, what are you doing?
Cayenne pepper.
What?
Michael has no choice but to turn to his former fake wife, Nika, for assistance. Nika is terrified of being implicated as an accomplice, but she can't refuse Michael's desperate plea when she sees Lincoln's critical condition. Michael asks Nika to gather essential supplies, rubbing alcohol to disinfect the gunshot wound, cayenne pepper to constrict blood vessels, and a bottle of vodka to numb Lincoln's pain. As Michael pours the cold alcohol directly onto Lincoln's wound, Lincoln screams in agony and chugs the vodka to endure the searing pain. Michael works steadily, doing his best to stabilize Lincoln's condition, knowing they have no time to waste. Once Lincoln is stable, Michael leaves him in Nika's care to retrieve their escaped car, which is hidden near a hardware store. The car holds their lifeline, fake passports, cash, and tools to forge new identities. But when he arrives, the car windows are smashed and there is nothing left inside. Michael panics briefly, unaware that his backpack with the final escape supplies was stolen by a vagrant and handed over to FBI agent Mahone, giving Mahone his first breakthrough in the chase.
Come on, Chuck, you still with me?
Yeah, that vehicle might not be here when you get here. You need to send somebody now.
Do not let him leave!
Oh, he got the keys.
Where the hell are those units?
Still 6 or 7 minutes out, sir.
Michael hurries back to Nika's place, knowing they need to leave immediately. He thanks Nika for her help, and the two brothers hit the road again, now more cautious than ever, as Mahone's team is already hot on their trail.
Just got one more stop to make.
What for?
You trust me?
While Michael and Lincoln are on the run, the other members of the prison break team are also struggling in their own dilemmas.
You have got to forget about that girl.
If I could forget about her, pendejo, I'll still be at Fox River sitting in cell 40 on your old bunk.
Because I'm about to break it down for you, brother. She's getting married to Hector on Saturday.
Sucre, one of the escaped prisoners, is racing against time to stop his girlfriend Maricruz from marrying his cousin Hector in just 2 days. He drives frantically, ignoring the risk of being caught by the police, as losing Maricruz is worse than any prison sentence.
Were you ever even in the military?
I served my country and my country served me up.
Another fugitive, C-Note, is desperate to reunite with his wife and daughter. He knows the FBI is monitoring his family's phone lines, but the urge to see them is too strong. He makes a risky call, whispering a promise to his wife that he will come home soon. Hoping not to be traced by Mahone's team, former Fox River Prison Captain Bellick, who was fired for his role in the escape, teams up with his ex-co-worker Geary. Driven by greed for the bounty on the prison break team, they head back to the prison to threaten Monch, a former inmate, hoping to get clues about the fugitives' whereabouts. Bellick's cruelty hasn't faded. He uses threats to force Monch to talk. Michael, Lincoln and Nika pushed their car to the limit, speeding relentlessly along a secluded road, doing everything they could to stay hidden and evade any sign of police pursuit. But trouble and danger dogged their every step. Without warning, an unmarked car slammed into their rear, catching them completely off guard.
Who is it?
It was Bellick, who had come to hunt them down. A wild car chase ensued, with the vehicles crashing into each other. Their car struck a roadside sign, spun out of control, veered off the highway and slammed head-on into a thick, sturdy tree. In an instant, dizzy and disoriented, the three struggled to push open the deformed doors and stumbled out.
Nobody move! Nobody move!
Before they could even steady themselves, Bellick rushed toward them with a gun, freezing them in terror. He had chased them relentlessly, yet he had no intention of sending them back to prison, having long been fired from his job at the penitentiary. All he craved was the $5 million in hidden cash Westmoreland had told them about. This vast fortune was the very catalyst for this chaotic chase. He cornered the trio beside the wreckage, his finger tightly on the trigger, ready to fire at any moment, with no way out and no chance to fight back.
Let's go, buddy.
Shut up!
Hit a sore spot, didn't it?
Bellick and Geary hijack Michael, Lincoln and Nika, holding them at gunpoint. They dragged the three to a rundown shack in the middle of nowhere, dilapidated and isolated. The place becomes a makeshift prison, and the battlefield for their next showdown. Bellick ties their hands behind their backs. Nika pulls Bellick aside to speak to him privately. She offers to help him find the $5 million in exchange for a cut of the cash. Bellick only agrees to give her $200,000, which Nika thinks is far too little. Bellick threatens her with his gun, leaving her no choice but to give in. Soon after, Nika is tied up with the others. Once Bellick leaves, Nika, Michael and Lincoln quickly hatch a plan. Nika's negotiation was just a ruse to buy time, so Michael and Lincoln could work on breaking free. When Bellick returns, Nika pretends to need the bathroom and tries to strike another deal. She flirts with him to distract his attention, secretly reaching for his gun, but Bellic catches her in the act. Furious, he shoves her to the ground and warns he'll break her neck next time. As Bellic reties Nika's hands and turns around, he realizes his knife is gone. In that split second, Lincoln lunges forward, pressing the blade firmly against Bellic's throat in one clean, sharp move. Together, he and Lincoln overpower Bellic and Geary, who has just returned, tying them both up and taking control. The once arrogant Bellic is now their prisoner, seething with resentment and rage. Bound and helpless, Bellic grows more bitter by the second. He starts taunting Michael, trying to break him mentally, revealing one cruel detail after another about Sarah Tancredi. Shut up! His words strike Michael right where it hurts most. After hearing Bellic's taunts, Michael secretly calls Sarah to check on her. He apologizes, telling her his feelings for her were real.
What are you talking about?
It was real, Sarah. You and me.
Then hangs up the phone. Michael and Lincoln prepare to leave. As they say goodbye, Nika hugs Lincoln and snatches his gun. She wants more than just walking away after helping them. Tired of living a life of crime, she plans to hand them over to the police in exchange for the $20,000 reward. But Lincoln saw it coming all along. He quickly takes back the pistol. The two drive off, leaving Nika standing alone.